Gratitude is the key to happiness. Have you ever felt like you did not have enough? Have you ever looked at your life and only seen what was missing instead of recognizing what was already there? In a world that constantly pushes us to want more, to achieve more, and to have more, it is easy to feel like we are lacking. We compare ourselves to others. We chase after the next big thing, believing that once we have it, we will finally be happy. But somehow, no matter how much we gain, it never seems to be enough. Why is that? The answer is simple. Happiness does not come from having more. It comes from appreciating what we already have. Many people have wealth, success, and comfort, yet still feel empty. Meanwhile, others who have very little live with joy and contentment. The difference is not in what they own but in how they see the world. When we lack gratitude, even the greatest blessings can feel small. But when we cultivate gratitude, even the simplest things can bring deep fulfillment. Gratitude shifts our perspective. It helps us see abundance where we once saw scarcity. It transforms ordinary moments into treasures. And most importantly, it teaches us that life is already complete when we learn to appreciate it. Today, I want to share with you a powerful story. A story of two poor brothers and the lesson they learned from a single bowl of rice. A story that reminds us that wealth is not measured by what we have but by how we appreciate it. A story that will help you see how gratitude can turn even the smallest things into something truly meaningful. Because when we stop focusing on what we lack and start appreciating what we have, we realize that happiness was never about having more, it was about seeing clearly. Thought, without saying a word, he picked up the bowl, placed it gently in front of his brother, and said, "I am not very hungry tonight. You should eat." The younger brother, touched by his older brother's kindness, looked at him with tear-filled eyes. But deep inside, he knew the truth. His brother had worked harder that day, and he needed the food just as much. My brother sacrifices so much for me. He always takes care of me. I cannot let him go hungry, the younger brother thought. Quietly, he pushed the bowl back toward his brother and said, "I already ate earlier today. You should have it instead." The room fell silent. They both knew they were lying to each other, each trying to protect the other. Neither wanted to take the last meal, while the other suffered. A moment of realization. The true meaning of gratitude. In that moment, they both understood something profound. They may have been poor in material things, but they were rich in love, in sacrifice, and in gratitude for one another. They embraced, tears streaming down their faces, not from hunger but from the overwhelming realization that despite having so little, they had everything that truly mattered. Their gratitude for each other made them feel full, even without food. That night, they shared the bowl of rice, each taking only small bites, ensuring the other had enough. And though it was just a simple meal, it became one of the most meaningful moments of their lives. This story is a powerful reminder that gratitude is not about what we have, but how we see what we have. There are people who have everything but still feel empty. And there are those, like the two brothers, who have almost nothing but feel deeply fulfilled. Why? Because when we focus on what we have, rather than what we lack, we find peace, contentment, and happiness. Gratitude is what transforms a simple bowl of rice into a feast. It is what makes us feel rich, even when we own little. It is what allows us to see the beauty in the smallest things. So ask yourself, do you focus more on what is missing in your life? Or do you appreciate what is already there? Because the truth is, happiness does not come from having more, it comes from being grateful for what you already have. Why gratitude makes everything feel complete. Gratitude has the power to transform our lives in ways we often overlook. It is not about how much we possess, but about how much we appreciate what we already have. It is not about waiting for life to be perfect, but about recognizing the beauty in every M. Many people live with abundance yet feel an unshakable emptiness inside. No matter how much they achieve, how much they acquire, or how far they go, they are still left wanting more. Meanwhile, there are those who have very little but seem to radiate joy, peace, and contentment. The difference is not in material wealth, but in perspective. When we embrace gratitude, we stop focusing on what we lack and start seeing the richness of what is already present in our lives. Gratitude shifts our mindset from scarcity to abundance, from dissatisfaction to appreciation, and from constantly chasing happiness to truly experiencing it in the present moment. So why does gratitude make everything feel complete? Let's explore the profound ways it changes our lives. 1. Gratitude helps us feel fulfilled, even when we have less. It is a common belief that happiness comes from having more money, more success, more possessions. But the truth is, happiness does not depend on how much we have. It depends on how we perceive what we have. There are people who seem to have everything yet are never satisfied. No matter how much they accumulate, they always feel like something is missing. They constantly chase after the next goal, the next achievement, hoping it will finally bring them fulfillment. But that moment never truly arrives because they are always looking ahead instead of appreciating the present. On the other hand, there are people who have very little yet are deeply content. They may not have luxury or excess, but they wake up each day with gratitude for what they do have: their health, their loved ones, the simple joys of life. Gratitude teaches us that abundance is not measured by quantity, but by appreciation. The truth is, we can have everything and still feel empty. or we can have very little and feel completely at peace. It all comes down to how we choose to see our lives. Ask yourself, do I focus on what I am missing? Or do I take time to appreciate what is already here? Because the moment you choose gratitude, you will realize you already have more than you ever thought. 2. Gratitude turns challenges into lessons and loss into growth. Life is filled with challenges, setbacks, and moments of uncertainty. There are times when things do not go as planned, when difficulties arise, and when we feel as though we are facing insurmountable obstacles. But even in these moments, gratitude offers a powerful perspective shift. When we approach life with gratitude, we stop seeing struggles as purely negative experiences. Instead, we begin to recognize the lessons hidden within them. Think about a difficult time in your life. At the moment, it may have felt unfair, painful, or overwhelming. But looking back, can you see how it shaped you? Can you recognize how it made you stronger, wiser, and more resilient? Every challenge carries a hidden gift, a lesson in patience, a reminder of our strength, or an opportunity to grow. And when we choose to be grateful, we stop seeing obstacles as things that hold us back and start seeing them as stepping stones that move us forward. Gratitude helps us say, "This moment is hard, but I trust that it will teach me something valuable." Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" we start asking, "What can I learn from this?" When we shift our mindset in this way, even our struggles become meaningful. We come to understand that life is not happening to us, it is happening for us. Every experience, good or bad, plays a role in shaping the person we are meant to become. 3. Gratitude brings joy by stopping the endless chase for more. In today's fast-paced world, it is easy to fall into the trap of always wanting more success, more recognition, more achievements. We constantly set new goals, telling ourselves that we will be happy once we reach them. But what happens when we finally get there? Often, we find ourselves setting another goal, chasing yet another milestone. The cycle never ends. Gratitude helps us pause and appreciate the present moment. It reminds us that life is happening now, not in some distant future when we achieve a goal, but in the simple, ordinary moments of today. When we practice gratitude, we stop comparing ourselves to others and focus on our own journey. We stop stressing about what we do not have and start appreciating what we do. We stop thinking, "I will be happy when," and start saying, "I am happy now." Gratitude does not mean we stop growing or striving for better. It simply means we find joy in the process, not just the destination. Instead of saying, I will be happy when I achieve my goal. Say, I am grateful for every step of the journey. Instead of saying, I will be happy when I have more, say, I already have so much to be thankful for. Because true happiness does not come from getting more. It comes from appreciating what is already here. Final thought. Choose gratitude. Choose fulfillment. Gratitude is the key to a truly complete life. It turns scarcity into abundance, struggles into lessons, and ordinary moments into miracles. It helps us realize that we do not need more to be happy, we just need to see what is already here. So take a moment to look around. Think about what you have today that you once wished for. Recognize the little joys, the simple blessings, the people who support you, and the opportunities that surround you. The more you practice gratitude, the more you will see you are already living a life full of blessings. How to cultivate gratitude in daily life. Gratitude is not just a feeling. It is a practice, a way of seeing the world that can transform the way we experience life. When we choose to be grateful, we shift our focus from what is missing to what is present, from what we lack to what we already have. Gratitude allows us to feel fulfilled, no matter our circumstances. It brings peace, happiness, and a deeper sense of connection with the world around us. But like any habit, gratitude must be cultivated. It is something we must practice regularly until it becomes second nature. So how do we develop a mindset of gratitude? How do we make it a daily part of our lives? Here are 3 powerful ways to strengthen and nurture gratitude every day. 1. Practice gratitude every day. Gratitude is like a muscle. The more we use it, the stronger it becomes. And one of the simplest ways to develop gratitude is to make it a daily habit. Every morning, before you start your day, take a moment to think about 3 things you are grateful for. These do not have to be big things. In fact, some of the most meaningful moments of gratitude come from appreciating life's small, everyday blessings. Maybe it is the warmth of the sun on your skin, the sound of birds singing outside your window, a deep conversation with a friend, the comfort of a good meal, the ability to take a deep breath. When we start looking for things to be grateful for, we realize that they are all around us. Gratitude is not about waiting for big achievements or milestones. It is about recognizing the beauty in the present moment. And if you want to take it a step further, try keeping a gratitude journal. At the end of each day, write down 3 things that made you feel grateful. Over time, you will notice a shift in your mindset. You will begin to see more good in your life than ever before. 2. Appreciate what you already have instead of always wanting more. One of the biggest obstacles to gratitude is the constant desire for more. We live in a world that tells us we need to achieve more, own more, and be more in order to be happy. But the truth is, if we are always chasing what is next, we will never feel satisfied. Take a moment to pause and reflect on everything you already have. Think about the things you once wished for that are now a part of your life. Maybe it is a job, a relationship, a home, or even personal growth. The key to gratitude is not waiting until you have everything you want, but realizing that you already have more than enough. When we stop focusing on what is missing and start appreciating what is present, life feels more complete. Instead of saying, "I will be happy when I have more," try saying, "I am grateful for what I have now." Instead of wishing for things to be different, remind yourself, "I already have so much to appreciate." When you shift your mindset in this way, you start to see that happiness was never in the things you were chasing, it was always in the things you already had. 3. Express gratitude to the people around you. Gratitude is not just something we feel. It is something we share. When we express gratitude to others, we strengthen our relationships, create positive energy, and spread kindness. Take a moment to think about the people in your life who have supported you, inspired you, or simply been there for you. Have you told them how much they mean to you? Have you shown appreciation for their presence in your life? Saying thank you may seem small, but it has a powerful impact. A simple expression of gratitude can brighten someone's day, deepen a connection, and remind us of the value of our relationships. Gratitude is also about recognizing acts of kindness: the barista who makes your coffee, the stranger who holds the door open for you, the friend who listens when you need support. So make it a habit to say thank you more often. Write a heartfelt note to someone who has made a difference in your life. Express appreciation for the people you love, not just on special occasions, but every day. When we practice gratitude in our relationships, we create an atmosphere of love, respect, and positivity. We not only uplift others, but we also enrich our own lives. Final thought: live with a grateful heart. Gratitude is not about waiting for life to be perfect. It is about finding joy in what is already here. When you wake up each day and choose to appreciate what you have, you will realize that life is already full of blessings. When you stop chasing happiness and start recognizing it in the present moment, you will find that you are already enough. And when you express gratitude to the people around you, you will create deeper connections, spread positivity, and make the world a little bit brighter. So start today. Look around. See the good. Feel the gratitude. And watch as your life transforms. Not because everything changes, but because you do. Gratitude is the path to true happiness. Happiness is not found in having more. It is found in appreciating what we already have. No amount of success, wealth, or achievements can bring true fulfillment if we do not learn to be grateful. But when we cultivate gratitude, we begin to see that what we have is already enough. Gratitude does not mean that life is always easy or perfect. It does not mean that we do not strive for better. But it does mean that we choose to see the beauty in every moment. It means that we acknowledge even the smallest blessings, from the kindness of a stranger to the warmth of the sun on our skin. When we practice gratitude, we stop feeling like something is missing. We no longer define our happiness by external conditions. Instead, we recognize that true happiness is a state of mind, one that is built on appreciation, not accumulation. Think back to the story of the two brothers. They had almost nothing, yet their hearts were full. Why? Because they had each other. They had love, and they had gratitude. Their circumstances did not change, but their perspective did, and that made all the difference. The power of daily gratitude. If you want to live a more joyful and fulfilled life, start by practicing gratitude. Be grateful for your health, even if it is not perfect. Be grateful for your loved ones, even if they are not always around. Be grateful for challenges, because they make you stronger. Gratitude is not just something you feel, it is something you do. Take a moment every day to reflect on the things you are grateful for. Say thank you more often. Appreciate the people around you, and find joy in the simple things. Because when you make gratitude a habit, happiness will no longer feel like something distant. It will be something you carry with you every single day. So choose gratitude. Choose to see what is already here, and you will realize that happiness was never something to chase, it was something to recognize all along.